presenting about outdoor orientation programs and higher education, and a brief introduction of benefits for USF students and suggestions for implementation. So, I would like to acknowledge some support that I received in the process of working on this assignment. Dr. Sklar was really helpful, helping me organize some research, as well as Stephen Volkening kind of gave me a support and some direction in terms of where I should go with my thoughts, and also the Recreation Club. It was really experience and leadership involvement that I was able to experience through the Recreation Club that allowed me to have this idea. So we're going to talk today about what are outdoor orientation programs, history of outdoor orientation programs, outcomes, current issues, how can outdoor orientation programs can address these issues, researched programs, current programs, recommendations, results, and outdoor orientation programs relations to the mission of St. Francis and CAS, which is the Council of Advisory Standards, best practices, and some final thoughts. So once again, outdoor orientation programs are orientation or pre-orientation experiences for small groups of first-year students that use adventure experiences and will include at least one overnight wilderness setting. Outdoor orientation programs facilitate the transition to college, which is sometimes a difficult experience for some students. Outdoor orientation programs typically involve backpacking and a water sport. They're primarily offered at U.S. universities and colleges, and currently there are 164 higher education institutions that offer outdoor orientation programs. And recent research has shown that programs have been increasing 10 programs per year. So the first outdoor orientation program was offered as an orientation to Dartmouth University as an outing club. It was not really considered a benefit, it was just a social recreational club. But currently it's one of the most successful outdoor orientation programs. Next came Outward Bound, which is partnered with Prescott College. And from there, the organizer from Prescott College used the organization of Outward Bound to create a 21-day outdoor orientation program. And then from there, a lot of people heard about it, and different leaders in higher education wanted to implement a similar program. So, some of the outcomes of outdoor orientation programs are social benefits. You increase an opportunity to meet new people and new environments that are structured, that are supportive, and kind of facilitated to promote like healthy relationships. Also, personal growth. When you engage in when you participate in a outdoor orientation program, you're challenging yourself. You're in a new environment, you're meeting new people, and sometimes it's a new trip that you've never done before. You've never gone backpacking before, never gone kayaking before. So it really challenges you, especially in the first year of college, where you need that confidence that you can overcome things. And again with the social benefits, it increases friendship formation and helps you maintain that. When you experience that bond in the wilderness, it's something that it's a novel experience that in a few later slides that will show how that experience lasts. And also, outdoor orientation programs have been proven to increase retention rates, which is a really big issue for universities, especially with the attrition rates for sophomore students. So like I just said, attrition is really a big problem at universities. Some of the issues that students experience when they're first transitioning to college is that they don't have a social network that they feel comfortable with. They feel isolated from their peers, they feel isolated from faculty and staff, and then there's also this dissonance between what they expected from college and what actually is. So, and then another thing is boredom. They think that college is one big party, and when they're in like their 4th week of classes, they realize it's not all that fun and games. I have a lot of things I have to do. And then another thing is that students don't have that connection to their education, they don't have that connection to the campus. So they don't find their college experience relevant to them. Another interesting thing is that students who are unable to earn a bachelor's degree and only have a high school diploma have been reported to only earn as much as $28,000 versus a student who earns a bachelor's degree has an earning average of $51,000. So, how can outdoor orientation programs address these specific issues that I just talked about? They challenge groups in a small setting that are prompted to impact issues of attrition, such as being in a small group, experiencing a new thing. And it deepens relationships between peers, it deepens relationships between faculty, staff, really anyone who's on that experience. And provides an important information about the reality of college. For example, when you're backpacking and you don't have modern electricity, lights go out when the sun's down. Such as when you have an assignment due, there's no getting around it. You either have the assignment finished, submitted to your professor, or you don't have it. So having an experience like that really sheds light with students like, this is reality, this is